Welcome to the Own Your Best Life podcast. I'm May Emson, your host, leadership and mindset coach. Here, we talk all things spiritual, mindset, business, leadership, and wellness for the modern seeker who wants to align their life with purpose and inspiration. We'll cover career changes, stress management, meditation, energy, intuition, and more. Each episode holds spiritual and practical tools to help you live a life of your wildest dreams without getting burnt out along the way. Ready to live a life on your own terms? This is the Own Your Best Life podcast. Welcome, friends, to episode number 143 of the Own Your Best Life podcast. I don't know about you, but I love both structure and freedom. I love having routines that I know work for me. I love having something that is so reliable that I can come back to whenever I'm feeling off. And my energy systems are one of those things. So you don't want to miss today's episode because we are diving into what an energy system is and why you need one, or why you'll want to need one too. So last week we talked about the energy audit. You have to know where you are in terms of your energy before you know where you want to go and what you want to focus on. And I'm really interested in energy because it is the state before we act. Everything we do comes with a sense of energy that supports it and makes that action either really effective and fulfilling or ineffective and draining. And if we're not even aware of our energy, we will attribute that feeling to just things not working out for you. And we have more control over our energy than we realize. And if we don't do an energy audit on what is within our control, we will constantly feel like life's just against us and that we are tired all the time. And I want to show you today that there is a possibility that you can have a huge shift in your energy. I had a client the other week finish this clean eating protocol called Prolon, which is a fast mimicking diet. And she had never felt major changes to her body or herself before when she changed the way she ate. But this time she did, and her energy went through the roof. And beyond weight loss or looking good, she just felt different energetically. And another client is in the process of shifting the type of work that she's doing to something that's more challenging and stimulating in a different kind of way. And there are connections between what she does now and what she wants to do, but she has to be able to sustain the vision of something that does not yet exist in her physical reality. She has to have belief in something like a new type of work that seems like a stretch. And most people fall off during this time period. They go into these places and situations that are not a growth for them because they have hard time with this idea of sustaining the energy required to continue to pursue something that's different, especially when you are in the face of a world that's asking you to stay the same or with people asking you to do things their way. And she ended up getting the opportunity to do just that kind of work just after she shifted her energy and realized, we did the protocol that I'm talking about, and she realized that her energy and her state before she does something or as she does anything related to her work is the most important thing. And all of this feels so intangible. It's not just go work on your business. It's not just go work on your resume or go for a run. It's not just reach out to people, tell them what you're up to. It's the work that precedes the action and the process of doing things that is important. And I know this even for myself because I've seen it come into play. When I had a system set up for just doing work, I was really good at doing work, but it wasn't something that really mattered to me in the long run. It was a type of thing you learn as a copy and paste. I could just do what you tell me to do really well. And I learned how to do what someone else taught me through a specific roadmap. But when it came to original thinking, original work, decision making on your own, I often felt stuck. Until I started working on my own energy. And once I realized that my energy preceded any shifts that I wanted to make, I found myself seeing things so differently that I couldn't help but act differently. I started being able to come up with so many different and unique ideas and ways of doing things. I started having better and better results with less work. Did you hear that? Better results with less work, making more money in less time, having more impact with fewer projects. So much comes from the ability to decide where and how to harness your energy. Yet what most people do is they just try to ride the energy waves depending on how good life is around them. If everything is great, they feel a high and they go with that high and things turn out well. But what happens when things aren't great? When they are facing an uncertain future because they know they won't have a job after a certain point, or they lost their job, or they're in a health situation that isn't ideal. They want something and are struggling to get it. And it's not easy at that point to use the energy of the situation because that energy feels low. It feels like failure, and it feels like it's permanent, and it feels like it's personal. And you're stuck in this energy pattern when you think that it's always going to be like this. And this isn't what you want. So how do you move from a low energy and negative vibration to a higher energy and frequency? One where you do believe, one where you aren't stuck. This is the power of an energy system. An energy system is a routine that you have to systematically keep you in higher energy and higher frequencies, where you feel more positive and more optimistic, where you are not just faking it, but you're doing the work of acknowledging how you feel and your compassion about the messiness of human life. In Spiritual Achiever Coaching, we are going to dive into energy systems this coming week so that you don't just accidentally have results or success. You know exactly what you did and what you will do differently to achieve them. Energy isn't a one-size-fits-all either, so we develop the unique protocols that you as an individual will run that allow you to show up without a feeling of being an imposter or feeling fake or just trying to smile through your tears. And when you develop your own protocol for energy management, you know what steps to take when you feel down and when you stop believing that the world's on your side. You know what you haven't done and the simple things to do to get back to a place where you're not just waiting for good things to happen, you are creating them. And I remember I had a friend over for dinner once and I mentioned a meditation that I do when I want to reset. And he was so confused. He said, "What do you mean, reset?" So I explained to him that it's when you feel like you're not on your path anymore, you've gone astray, and you're not sure where you're going or why. It doesn't mean it's wrong, but you stop feeling like things make sense, and you stop feeling that you trust what is happening. It's like, I remember this time when I was driving to work, just knowing every day that I wasn't on the path that I could be on. It was such an uncomfortable feeling. And it's that feeling when you finally get that hit in your gut, in your heart, and your head. And for me, it was after I had a couple wake-up calls where people died in my life that were important and close to me. And I just had this uneasy feeling that would permeate that very rosy picture of what my life looked like. It looked pretty successful from the outside looking in, but it was always those in-between moments where those questions popped up. When I was driving to work, I didn't know it then, but I was accessing an alpha state where my brain was starting to move into altered states of consciousness that showed me that there was something not so right about continuing on with my life the way it was going. And the meditation I did then was a way for me to shift back into and connect with my purpose. Although at that time, I didn't even know what my purpose was. All I knew was that there was something different about life that I could envision, but it wasn't my reality. It was a way of living, waking up, and being that felt like one of those sliding door moments. And in that place, my energy was different. It was altered. And it also felt so temporary. I could only access it so briefly. And what I've realized is that the longer I can access those energetic states, the more results I see in my life that mirror what my life feels like in those altered states of consciousness and imagination. And when I was only accessing that energy briefly, I would have these very brief moments that reflected. And meditation is one of my energy systems. And I have a specific protocol I use for specific activities that help me regulate my emotions, my state, as well as make decisions. The more I meditated, the more my life grew in proportion to the images that I held. And why was that? Because energy precedes your actions. When you're holding the energy of the past, you will likely create the same things you've always created. There's nothing wrong with that if you want that. I was looking for something different and new. I didn't want to blow up my life in negative ways, but I wanted to expand it. I wanted to experience more. So I held this new energy for longer and longer periods of time. And it positively impacted my relationships with my partner and my family. It impacted my income in positive ways, my influence, my health, my leadership, my family. And it impacted the amount of joy that I could hold in my life. And when you can hold greater tolerance for higher vibration energy like joy, love, abundance, connection, you will be able to experience that more tangibly and more often in your own life. An energy system is like an energy gym. You go there for specific results, you do the work because it will change you for the better. And I cannot stress enough that we go to our energy. We don't just wait for it to come to us. Yet there will have to be more tolerance for all the kinds of energy in your life for you to even hold those higher vibration ones as well. Specifically, you have to recognize that your mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual energy will ebb and flow like a wave, and you can't control it and hold on to it so tightly. But like a surfer, you can learn where to go for the best waves, how to surf them when they come, what you need to do to be able to handle falling off constantly. And it's not that we are the only things at play when we're talking about energy. We are in a partnership. So you learn how to partner with the world around you, the ups and downs, while still being able to enjoy being in the water, right? That is your focus. You are connected to an energy that is not just within you, but all around you. And you can tap into it and you feel it when you have those moments of awe and inspiration. You can live a life where those are not just fleeting moments that are hard to experience, but a life where they are constantly coming like waves, always available. And the energy you wish to experience is always available to you. So join us in the coaching program today to have the energy system you desire, and to build the protocol that will take you to the results you desire most now and beyond. And this will be all available as soon as you join. It is the work you will do that will pay off for the rest of your life when you no longer get so tied up to all those ups and downs, and you can just enjoy it with a level of skill that matches the challenges that life throws at you. And that's what we're doing. We're increasing your level of skill to hold and build and create energy. So if you join now, you'll have early access before we begin on February 1st with the group coaching program. An extra week, month, or several set of days makes all the difference, and that's available to you when you first join. And if you haven't done an energy audit already, go back to episode 142. I encourage you to do so and sign up for Spiritual Achiever Coaching to get the energy you want in all areas of your life. You will schedule a consultation at www.manson.com/contact. You will reach out and we will get you started so that you get the time, the energy back now, and have the results that you want to shift into and hold those images longer so that they become your reality. This is how we take the very interesting energetic work and make it very practical. So do not miss this opportunity. You will want to join. And if you haven't accessed already the free masterclass, make sure you sign up at the link in the show notes as well. And because Spiritual Achiever Coaching Program is open right now, I want to share with you a special bonus that has just been released. You will have access to 12 months of one-on-one coaching with me. Monthly calls to make sure that you have rapid solutions immediately to the places where you're stuck today. I've heard from people that they want the support to make sure that they stay accountable, that they keep going, that they have the integrated results that they're looking for, not just learning something, but making sure it actually happens in their life so it becomes who they are. So this is why it's available now, but it is something you're going to want to schedule today, because from that first call, we'll already have your energy shift. And in that first call, your energy will shift and you'll start to see how things change around you. So this is an opportunity you don't want to miss. And I'm so excited to be able to offer this as well. So again, reach out at www.mayemson.com/contact to join. Even if you don't make that February 1st start date, you will want to reach out and figure out the next time you can join, because we will always need the energy to be able to pursue our biggest goals. All right, I love you, my friends. Have an amazing week, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks so much for joining us this week on Own Your Best Life. Make sure to subscribe to the show on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts so that you'll never miss a show. And while you're at it, can you please rate and review on iTunes? I would so appreciate it. Share it with a friend, take a screenshot of it, and tag @MayEmson. This helps continue to get the word out. For more show notes and resources, check out www.mayemson.com. You'll have all the links to everything you heard here today. Thanks so much for listening. It's time to own your best life.